Hi there, welcome back to the Theramax staffing training in how to fill out the evaluation using the Kinser form, but this also applies to the other, if ever we're going to be using another AMR later on. So for the care coordination, there's two rules here. If you are, the first rule, if you are the one doing the evaluation and you're the one also doing the follow-up treatment, it means that you are the supervising therapist and also you are also the follow-up therapist. So there is no one for you to endorse your evaluation. We will not return your note if this care coordination is blank. At the same time, we will not be returning your note or if you fill this out. You may fill out this care conference with, for example, you're doing the initial eval and you requested the agency for the approval of the frequency, or you requested the Theramax office to approval of the frequency. So you need to fill out here, for example, the others, you need to fill out a Theramax office or home health agency, and then you put the name and regarding to. So for the rule number one, we will not gonna return your note if you're the supervising therapist and you're doing the treatment, the follow-up treatment, if it's empty. But it's a best practice for you to fill this out here to request for the frequency, or for example, if you talk to the mothers, as you can see in the example here. The second rule is, if ever you're the supervising therapist and you're doing the evaluation for the assistant, so the assistant will be the one who's gonna be doing the follow-up, you need to fill this out here because you need to have a conference with. Okay, so if ever you're doing it, so you need, if ever you're doing the conference with the PTA, so you need to check here and then you put the name of the PTA here and regarding to. So my recommendation is for you to put discuss regarding PT plan of care restriction and both party agreed. So on the regarding to. Um, if ever you miss to fill this out in this one, we will return your note. Second, if ever yes, you did put the name of the assistant here, but you didn't fill this out here, these boxes, then we will return your note. The main thing is, if you fill out the name here, you need to have a reason. You need to put here who are you talking to. So that's a rule number two. Now, in filling out this, if you fill out this one, okay, for example, just talk to the mother. That's that's who you conference with. As soon as you put the name here, we will expect you to have something here. So for example, you spoke to the mother, you can just put here and say MOC and make this blank. We will return your note if you put like this, MOC and blank. So what we're expecting is you will put here MOC and put the mother of the name of the mother or the caregiver who you talk to. So for example, it's this is a makeup name, okay, Lucilla. Then regarding to. So we will return your note if you put a name, you put something here, but you didn't check here or put specify who is this person in about what regarding to. There's two scenario here. If ever you have two persons to talk to, so if you can see here, it says names with S. You can put another name here and put regarding to here. If you talk to this two different person with a different reason, you can be creative by putting here, for example, here mother of child, and put the reason. For example, scheduling here, and then just put comma and put for example, Mr. Joe, Mr. David Joe, PTA, and regarding the plan of care. So you can put it here too. Or you can put the first one reason, you can put it here, and the second is you can just put it here. Other ways we understand that if ever the first person here, we understand that regarding to is for this particular person, and you added the second person, you put it on beside the person here. This is where you put it. Okay, so that's the rule in putting the care coordination conference with. So you put here if ever you need to document about the pain, blood pressure, or whatever care coordination regarding the patient's condition, you can put it here. Now the next box is the physician notified. This needs to be checked. because you're doing the evaluation and you want to make sure that the plan of care, your plan of care is gonna be coordinated with the doctor. And then the other discipline here for recommendation, if there is two rules here too. If ever you're only recommending one service, for example, only OT, so only OT. So the reason here is you put here, right? Why are you recommending the OT? We will return to your notes if you don't put the reason why you're recommending, because how will the insurance or the home health agency or the doctor approve your recommendation if you don't put a reason why, right? So you can put OT here, and if you can see here, you don't need to put the OT here, and just put fine motor training, and we understand right away that this reason is for this OT because you're only recommending one service. Now if you're recommending two services, now if you don't specify if the reason is for the OT or ST, we will return it because we will not know if why are you recommending this two, and we don't know if this is for the first or second. Okay, even though you will say, oh, it's obvious that the ST is for swallowing, but no, in terms of the QA of the insurance, or when we're trying to communicate our note, we need to be more specific, so there's no error in terms of the services offered. So we need to put here and put the reason for the ST, so it's like that. So that ends the training in how to fill out the care coordination and the rule of the TerraMax, and how to approve the notes, and for you to avoid TerraMax and returning your submitted notes on the deadline. Thank you again.